Hey everyone, Hunter here back at Weather on the Go, and we're tracking a major winter storm that is likely to unfold from the southern plains all the way across the deep south, parts of the southeast, and into the mid-Atlantic as we go into later this week and this upcoming weekend. And this could bring some heavy snow and some ice accumulation as well. The National Weather Service is already issuing a winter storm watch across North Texas all the way into central Arkansas. We're going to be diving into the details about this winter storm, the scenarios that could unfold with it as well. So make sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest information. Check back often for updates. Make sure the post notifications are turned on when you are notified for updates there as well. Also, give the like down below, helps out more than you know, and share this video with friends, family, and on social media. Again, it does help out more than you know. So let's look here at our low temperatures. Very frigid morning this Tuesday morning, freezing line all the way down here across portions near the Gulf Coast. Where the fresh snowpack is across Kansas into Missouri there, where we actually dumped almost 2 feet of snow in some areas. We were at -6 in parts of central Kansas with our lows this morning. And this afternoon, we're going to climb into the mid-20s in those areas, and look at how widespread the 20 degrees will be across the Midwest, the Ohio Valley up there into the Northeast, and then more single digits and teens up across the upper Midwest into the northern plains this afternoon. So make sure to bundle up out there. Looking at temperature trends going through the week, by tomorrow on Wednesday, January 8th, colder temperatures will remain in place across the central and eastern U.S. That'll largely continue to end the week on Friday, January 10th, and into the weekend as well. We start to moderate those temperatures, but only a smidge once we get to Sunday, January 12th here. And looking at those winter storm watches that we did mention at the beginning of the video, we do have those in effect for the Dallas-Fort Worth area, up here toward Texarkana, Little Rock, and Fort Smith, Arkansas. This also does include areas near Shreveport in Louisiana. So this covers parts of southeast Oklahoma, north and northeast Texas, central and southwest Arkansas, and northwestern parts of Louisiana. And I expect those to expand a little bit further east as we do get closer to this event. Calm before the storm as we go into this afternoon. Not much happening out there. We're seeing a little bit of lake effect snow up into the upper peninsula of Michigan, northwestern lower Michigan there as well, and also some light snow in southern Colorado and northern New Mexico. Nothing to write home about. And looking at tonight's forecast, not really looking at much of a change. Again, more lake effect snow up here in towards Michigan, and more very light snow flurries and snow showers mainly into eastern New Mexico as we go through tonight. Let's look here at a couple scenarios. The models are starting to converge on a solution, but they're still far from a guarantee. So let's look here at the European model for precipitation starting on Wednesday. This will be tomorrow on January 8th. There's the snow line going all the way south to northern Mexico. You can see the snow breaking out there in New Mexico and West Texas. A low pressure system develops. Now we have to watch on the European model that warm air advection, and if it gets far enough north, then the Dallas-Fort Worth area may see more of a wintry mix of rain, snow, sleet, and freezing rain than all snow. So something to keep an eye on there. The European model has more of the snow fine-tuned across the Texas Panhandle and into central and western Oklahoma. And then it has a more mature snow system the further east you go from Texas and Oklahoma toward Arkansas, like Little Rock into Memphis there in Tennessee, Nashville, even northern Mississippi and Alabama have a more formidable snow event on the European model for Friday, and then that zips across, more suppressed look here on the European model and across the western Atlantic already by Saturday. We already have a clipper system up in the upper Midwest that could drive some snow flurries and snow showers down into the upper Midwest Great Lakes by Saturday and Sunday, a light system up there. So looking at the European model for snowfall between Wednesday, January 8th through Sunday, January 12th, we're seeing some decent totals here from North Texas into Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, over here into the northern Dixie Alley. So northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, North Georgia, getting through much of Tennessee there, and then lighter amounts the further east you go toward the Carolinas, Virginia, and West Virginia. Looking at ice, a little bit further south of that snow track will be the ice, and it's not looking as significant as it did a day ago, but still some ice threats there across the deep south we'll have to keep an eye on, especially for Georgia on this particular model. Let's look at the American GFS model here. This again starts on Wednesday. Pretty good agreement. It's going to be weak at this time with some lighter snow, but there's also been a convergence on agreement for Thursday that the warm air advection there could be pretty robust for East Texas. So that could drive the rain line a little bit further north than expected here, at least over the past couple of model runs, showing more of the snow into the Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma rather than North Texas. There is still time for things to change. We'll keep an eye on that. But again, it is agreeing with the European model that the formidable snow system will really get going once we get into Little Rock, Memphis there, into Nashville, again, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama and Georgia, and then getting up there toward the Ohio Valley. And then the system here actually takes a little bit more of a northward jog on the GFS than the Euro, and has it producing more significant snow there for the mid-Atlantic coast and then up the New England coast as we go into Saturday, Sunday timeframe with some snow flurries and clipper systems on the backside there. So let's look here at the GFS model for snowfall, and you see that it's a little bit further north of a solution, more of Oklahoma than Texas, but still a part of North Texas could see some snow here into Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama and Georgia, the western Carolinas and Tennessee, and then on up there toward the lower Ohio River Valley again, the mid-Atlantic and the New England coast. Looking at ice threats here from the GFS American model, you can see it's more honing in on Georgia there, similar to the European, and also the Carolinas up there toward coastal Virginia. So something to keep an eye on from a freezing rain and sleet standpoint as we go in toward the weekend. Let's look at the weather pattern as we go beyond this storm system, because behind it, we're going to get another dump of some colder air. While it's not going to be true, Arctic air, 30, 40 degree below zero temperatures or anything like that, it is still going to be cold and winter-like as we go into the third week of January. Between Monday, January 13th and Monday, January 20th, the warmer air is up to the north. And looking at this pattern overall, we have a big trough up here in the northwest Atlantic, and it's going to try to retrograde a little bit further off to the west here, and that could lead to maybe some more storms further west, but some weaker storms, I do think, into the third week of the month. And it's going to be drier air where that coldest of air will be in the eastern U.S. So from parts of the southeast up the east coast toward the northeast, it'll be pretty dry. Also pretty dry out west as we go through that time frame. Let's look here into the last week or so of the month, the 20th through the 27th. I think things do change. Here are the European weeklies actually throwing up some big numbers for below normal temperatures across Western Canada. That could dump down into the western and central third of the country. And this is actually a different pattern than what we're seeing now and what we'll be seeing next week, as this pattern, the trough here in the Northwest Pacific, or Northwest Atlantic rather, is not here anymore. We have more of a southeast ridge trying to develop, although a weak signal. It's going to retrograde that trough further west here and back up the pattern back here into southern Canada and the northern U.S. And that, my friends, could lead to more of a snow track for the Midwest, the upper Midwest there, and into the plains. Really areas that haven't seen a lot of snow to this point. You're probably looking out your window and saying, where's all the snowfall? Well, this pattern would be more favorable for a snow track for places like Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay, La Crosse, Des Moines, Kansas City again, and then all the way back there toward Amarillo. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, it's a weak signal because we're far out from this event, but you notice there's not a lot of brown on here. So it's encouraging to see an active pattern even in the long-range models, especially out west here. That means more big storms will be diving in here off the southern stream. We're going to have a strong northern stream jet, and those, if they phase together here, outlined in the red shaded color, we could be seeing some doozies of snowstorms into that last week of January. So don't lose hope if you're in the Midwest, the Central Plains, or back here toward the Southwest. Some bigger snowstorms will be possible with this pattern as it backs up to the west as we go into the late January timeframe. We'll keep you updated on that. Subscribe to the channel for the latest weather information. Check back often for updates. Make sure your post notifications are turned on for all videos and live streams, as we may live stream either later today or tomorrow to update you on the winter storm. We'll have a video likely this evening as well to update you on the latest weather models and what we're seeing there. So make sure you're subscribed again to the channel for that, turning on post notifications. Like the video by giving it a thumbs up down below if you did enjoy it. Share this video with friends, family, and on social media. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Tuesday out there.